Hey Bradley. I like your design. I like this image. I do think these are still in RGB, so we will have to do a control click and edit with Photoshop and just make these. If these are black and white, my Photoshop has been acting weird, but you just need to go to image mode grayscale, which actually this is in grayscale, so that's good. Which one was in RGB? It might have been this one. This is kind of a weird file type. It's like a WebP. So you might have to, it won't show up as editing in Photoshop, but I can do a file open. Oops, dang it. File open. So you'd do a file open and find that WebP. Let's see, is it this one? No, I have a lot of stuff downloaded here. Here it is. So you go here, find that WebP file, open that up in Photoshop, which it looks weird because my Photoshop is messed up. Oh, here we go. And then image mode, you know, we can make it CMYK color and just do a file save as. We might want to save out a Photoshop file and just save that into your links folder. And then in InDesign, we can relink it. Just make sure it's highlighted, do the relink button, which looks like a link. And then just navigate to, you know, that new file in your links folder that's a PSD, and it should be CMYK now. And the effective PPI is a little bit under 300, so that's means that it's not the highest resolution image, but we can use the free transform tool here. There is a little bit of wiggle room to size this down to the bleed line, which is the red line. If you push W on your keyboard, you can see that red line, and definitely you did, you know, and that's a little bit closer to 300. I don't know how big this image is. Actually, there's a little bit more. So if I use the white arrow tool, I can see the actual size of the PSD file inside the frame here. So we can actually push shift on our keyboard and just bring it down even more. And that brings it to 266, which is definitely, actually I could do more than that. Grabbing from the corner, sizing it down, pushing W, there we go. So that is looking like, oh, 300, that's perfect. One thing I would do too is I would actually bring this up a little bit, just a couple notches away from the edge there, so it's not too close. And these files are a little stretched. If you could just make them look a little bit more, at least this one was. We can do a Command X or Control X on a PC, I believe, and then go to page 2, click on it, and paste that. Let's put these on this page, maybe, and keep them away from the edge. We don't want anything too close to the edge. And we can size these way down. They don't need to be this big. We can put them over here, maybe. And like, let's move all of these, like just pushing shift on the keyboard to get them all selected. Let's just move them all away from the edge. And we can even put this just a little bit more centered, up a little bit. And maybe something a little more like that. I don't know if this is an image. It just looks black to me on my screen, but you can just use a black box too. You know, just drag out a thing and then fill it in with black in the properties panel over here under fill. Just go to black. And you can just use a box too if that's what you're going for. But yeah, I would say that is probably the direction you should go. I like the fact that you're just doing everything in black and white. I think it looks good. So great job. Talk to you later.